Hello everyone, Farah Khanoun here, and I'm joined by Jimmie Rivera, who takes on Aljamain Sterling at UFC Phoenix in just over 2 weeks. Jimmie, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I appreciate you taking the time. I know you're coming off teaching class. Most guys, when they reach kind of the top of the rankings and notch several good UFC wins, they stop working anything like outside of fighting. But this was never a job for you. You genuinely enjoy doing this, right?
Hey there, come here.
Yeah, I mean, I have a school. We have kids that train from 3 and up. I teach the kids from 5 and up, and the adults. And it's something I've done as a teenager. I've been training with Tiger since I was a kid, and I started working for them when I was 13. And I haven't stopped, and I love what I do. I love teaching. I love working with adults and kids, and it's fun, here, especially in the heart of kind of the world in New York City on 23rd Street, teaching everybody. So it's a fun job, and it's not even a job. It's just something fun to look forward to every day.
That's awesome, and I love how you always plug in the address. I noticed you do that a lot, and I find that super cool that you're really showing that this is really something you genuinely enjoy doing, and just being around those kids. It must be great to kind of inspire them. They must look up to you, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are, some of them say they want to be like me, but some of them just, think it's really cool that their instructor fights. And, parents are always 50-50 about what letting them watch me fight or not. I tell them this, that at the end of the day, it's always a good experience, win or lose. I think actually June was, I obviously wanted to win my fight, but I didn't win my fight against Marlon. And it was a great experience for kids to see that I lost. And then to come back 2 months later and win was a unanimous decision. Like, it's a big deal for the kids. So, they learn they're going to get knocked down in life and not do well. But it's okay when you get knocked down. It's what you do afterwards and get back up and try again. Teach them what we tell the kids is called a non-quitting spirit.
Absolutely. And you're 2 weeks away, just over 2 weeks away from your fight. Aljamain Sterling, a guy that's been on your radar for a while now. You guys went back and forth in the past, but you guys are pretty cordial now, right?
I'm sorry, what? That last part cut out.
I said, like, you guys went back and forth in the past and all that, but I'm saying you guys are pretty cordial now, right?
Yeah, I mean, cool. I don't really. At the time, I was trying to fight him. He didn't want to fight me outside, like when we were in the UFC. And then he said, get in the UFC. So I got in the UFC. I'm like, let's fight, because I wanted to fight him because he was in the top 10 opponent, and I wanted to get in the rankings. He still didn't want to fight. And then when I went past him, there was no need to really fight him anymore. One of the reasons this fight's actually happened, and two of the reasons. First of all, he's the only person that would take the fight. And secondly, I want to stay active. I don't want to just go so long without fighting. So, that's the second reason why the fight happened. I don't want to wait that long in to fight. And he was one of the guys that actually would take the fight. Other guys didn't want to take the fight.
You're saying like you were offered other people before Aljamain?
Yeah, and they didn't want to take the fight, so not much I could do about that. So Sterling took the fight, so we got to fight.
And I know you're not a guy to kind of put people on blast or all that, but were they ranked higher than Aljamain?
Of course.
Okay. All right, that's interesting. And did you run into him at all in Brooklyn? You both were there.
I ran into Sterling there. I ran into a couple other different fighters in different weight classes, but I just went in there to watch the fights, and I had some media to do too, and just that was pretty much it. I wasn't really concerned. I don't really care about running into other guys in my division or whatever they have to say. I mean, I'm not fazed by that. It's happened plenty of times in the UFC and outside the UFC. I just was there to enjoy the fights with my wife and my family, and, some of my friends that we hung out before and then went to the fights to watch it. I was just disappointed that the main event was so quick.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that later, but let's talk about it because we're talking about it now. Were you surprised with the way it went down?
Yeah, I think it was going to be more. I thought it was going to be more of a fight. And now it's funny because you got, this tomorrow night, you got a Sansao Marlon fight, which I think is the number one contender fight. Even though Sansao deserves it more than Marlon because he's, already beat Marlon and is on quite a bit of a streak. But they have number one contender fight tomorrow, but they're still going to have to wait because it's looking like Henry and TJ are going to fight. And it's looking at probably at 135 for the 135 belt. So it's going to be quite interesting to kind of see what happens because, whoever wins, I feel like tomorrow night, it doesn't matter. They're still going to have to wait.
Yeah, because a lot of people were saying that if TJ won the flyweight title, that was going to hold up the division, but people weren't thinking of the other scenario, because I don't think many people felt TJ would lose, but people weren't looking at the other side, where if TJ would lose, then we might see Henry go up to 35.
Yeah, I mean, if TJ won, I don't think you would see Henry moving up, but since TJ lost, now you got Henry. And I hear a lot of things that they want to do that fight, and it's most likely at 35. I know TJ doesn't care; he just wants to get that win back. You know what I mean? That loss back. Excuse me. He felt like it was stopped early. I feel like it could have went a little longer. He wasn't out. He was still wrestling and working. So I thought it was a little quick stoppage. But if they fight again, it'd be interesting for me to see what happens. I mean, I got my fight ahead, and after this, I don't know what's going to happen. Should be interesting to see how the cards lie. You got this fight, and then you got Pedro Munoz, who I actually reached out to him. I said, good luck, because I hope he, beats Cody. I fought him my second fight in Brazil, and he's a tough SOB, so that should be an interesting fight, too, to see him and Cody fight and see what happens. I hope Pedro wins. But it's kind of interesting to see what the next couple weeks, next month will hold for us for the 135ers.
Yeah, because a lot of great matchups. And who do you have for tomorrow's main event, by the way? Assunção or Moraes?
I don't know. I mean, it's 5 rounds, so I kind of go more with Marlon because he's been through a lot of 5-round fights. But I don't really know. Should be interesting. I mean, the first fight was pretty close. But Assunção was able to edge out and win. So I don't really know how this fight's gonna, play out again, because now we're not doing 3 rounds; it's 5 rounds. So it should be interesting to see what happens.
Did you think Assunção won the first fight?
Yeah, he definitely won the first fight. It was close, but he won the first fight.
I think so too. All right, let's talk about your fight. You're taking on Aljamain Sterling, of course. He's got a bit of a unique style. Sometimes guys have a hard time looking impressive against him just because he doesn't throw a lot of volume, like a lot of punches. He kicks from the outside. He looks to grapple. How would you break down Sterling's skill set?
I said, but he's just a wrestler, grappler. He looks for that. I think I heard he said he's going to throw his hands, and I don't know. People always make comments on my social media, but then when I saw a comment from Sterling, I'm like, what does he, say on my Instagram? And I'm working with one of my teammates, who's just very funky too. He's helping me out with just getting ready for the Sterling fight. And someone commented like Sterling has no hands, and then Sterling commented, or someone, what did he say? Sterling has no hands, and Sterling commented, we'll see. And I think I saw he was mentioning something because we did some media MMA Junkie. I saw him talking and saying the same thing. I don't know. I just laugh at it. I let it be. It's a fan or whoever it is. Someone on social media wanted to say something. It bothered him a lot. Got under his skin for him enough for him to come and commented on my own picture on my Instagram. So I thought it was funny.
Yeah, because I was actually listened to his segment on MMA Junkie Radio, and when they were asking him about you, and he was talking about, he's like, Jimmy throws the same combinations every single time. So I found that interesting that he'd make that kind of comment. He's like, I'm going to mix it up. Do you think this is kind of like a pre-fight talk from him? Do you really think he's going to kind of stand and exchange in the pocket? Because I say this because I know how frustrated you were in your last fight, your win over Dotson. The first round.
No, I don't think he's going to stay in the pocket. I think he's going to do what. When I went to the Dotson fight, I said, we spoke about it, and I spoke to other people about it too as well. It was like simple. It's going to be a very entertaining fight for a casual fan if he stays in the pocket. If he runs, it's going to be a boring fight for a casual fan, but the MMA fan, they'll appreciate it. It'll be more technical. And that's what it was, a more technical fight. He didn't want to stay in the pocket. Can't just run and chase him if someone's running away. It's hard. You can't get a knockout if someone's running away. You can't throw as much as you want to if someone's not staying in front of you want to throw. Like when Pedro Munoz and I fought, like he stayed in the pocket, I stayed in the pocket, and we threw, and we banged away. It was a fun fight, exciting fight.
Yeah.
But with Dotson, it wasn't going to be like that, and I don't think it's going to be the same with Sterling. My honest opinion, I think I'm going to hit him, and he's going to want to try to take me down. He's not going to want to get hit. Not a lot of people like to get punched in the face. You know what I mean? It's one of those things, that a lot of people, they'll resort to something else or, whatever they have to do not to get hit in the face.
Yeah, because I was gonna say if people may have given you this criticism in the past because you got a lot of decision wins, you are a very disciplined fighter, which is of course a compliment. But styles do make fights because you look at your fight with Pedro Munoz and that was a great fight. You guys were just swinging the pocket. You look at your fight against Thomas Almeida because that's another guy that moves forward and strikes. But then you look at a fight like Dodson because he's got that frustrating style where he backs up. So we know you're standing, you're pressuring, you're exchanging the pocket. We've seen you in your fights, depending, of course, on what your opponent brings to the table.
Yeah, I mean, you can only tell. I can't say anything right now until the night of, and I see what Sterling's going to try to do and bring to the table.
Absolutely. And coming off that Dodson win, before that, of course, you suffered the loss to Moraes. Did you feel any pressure going into the Dodson fight? Because, in the sport, a setback sometimes can be a pretty big setback. It's a very competitive division, the Bantamweight division. You were on such a roll, but you bounced back.
No.
Yeah.
I just want to get back in the winning column. That's it. I don't like losing. You know what I mean? We might be in the gym and I might get caught with something. And I'd be like, do it again. I like to keep working and get out of it or whatever it is. I don't like losing. So it was just really important for me to get back in there and fight and get a win.
For sure. And you're starting off the year, like you're going to fight in February. That's a great place to start if you want to get a lot of fights in. Are you looking for 2019 to be a pretty active year?
That last part broke out. I'm sorry. It's breaking in and out a little bit. What did you say, that last part about getting more fights? Fights in the year, you said?
Yeah. I was saying because you're going to fight in February, so that's early in the year, which is always a good thing. So I'm saying, are you looking for 2019 to be a more active year?
Yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, it all depends what happens. I would love to fight, after this, maybe May or June again, but I don't really know. I heard some of the cards are already filled up in April, so I don't really know what's going to happen. So I'm just focused on this one fight, go for this fight, and then after that, see where the cards slide. I mean, we have the fight tomorrow night with Hassan Sal Marlin, then we have the fight with Pedro and Cody. So it kind of all depends on what happens. And they're trying to set up the fight with TJ and Henry. Again, it's looking like, so it's like, you got some top guys that are, about to fight, and you have some guys that are looking to schedule fights. So you don't know what's going to happen. So it's one of those things that after, I do fight, and, knock on wood, if I get the win, I got to kind of see how everything happens and kind of falls into place.
Definitely. And tomorrow night, your teammate Lyman Good is taking on Damian Maia. Massive opportunity for him, and I know you'll be watching and cheering him on with the rest of the team. Oh, yeah, for sure. I just reached out to them. He had a great weight cut. He's feeling good already. I just said, good luck, kick some ass, and he'll just go out there and do his thing. It's kind of funny, like in the same way we've had kind of like the same kind of guys that were fighting, same styles almost coming up for both in February. So it's just cool, just getting ready and dealing with the same stuff we had to do. Like everything we had to do was the same kind of training stuff. And I just hope he gets in there and obviously gets the win. I mean, it's an awesome opportunity to fight someone that's been around for a long time and to break the top 10. It's a big opportunity for him. So, myself and all the teammates and all the guys from Tiger Showman's just wish him the best. Awesome, and it's crazy to think that both you and Lyman lost your fights to get into the Tough House, and here you guys are taking on top-ranked contenders and some of the best in the world. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see, like, we have like 5 guys in UFC right now, and it's really cool to see, like, we came from nothing. We weren't like a D1 wrestler or a boxer or this and that. We came from literally nothing, walking in the doors to becoming professional fighters. Training with Tiger Showman. So, it's a big thing, give for our instructors, our coach, Danny Showman, Ron Showman, and Ray Velez. For sure. And this will be your first fight on ESPN. This one on the ESPN, not the app. How cool is that to say you're fighting on ESPN and at least you don't have to go tell people to pay and download the app to watch you fight? Oh, it's great. It's great to not be like, last fight I was on the pay-per-view, so people had to, buy the pay-per-view to watch me. Now I'm just on ESPN, and it's just cool to, have this happen and be part of the first full card on ESPN, and I'm excited for it. And what do you think of this new era? Because we're seeing a lot more. I know you're a guy that kind of pays attention to social media and like interviews and media and all that. How cool is it to see ESPN with their much like extended coverage for MMA, to see how far the sport has grown and how many more eyes you guys are going to have on you?
I think it's awesome. I mean, listen, they bought TV rights and they're pushing it and pushing as much as they can, which is awesome. They're not just pushing the regular sports, but pushing fighting as well and doing a lot of coverage on it. And I think it's a great thing. I mean, listen, they got to get their money's worth too. It's a business at the end of the day, and I love all the media they're doing for the UFC and the fighters and stuff. It's great.
All right, Jimmie, last one before I let you go, and I really do appreciate your time. How do you see this fight with Aljamain playing out? How do you get the job done?
Yeah, honestly, I always just looking to get the win, get my hand raised. If it goes the distance, goes the distance. If it's a choke or submission, awesome. You know what I mean? Finish it quick. But I just trying to get the win. I never predict. I'm not a Conor McGregor. I'm knocked down the second round, third round. Just looking to go in there and get my hand raised at the end.
All right, there you have it, guys. You can catch Jimmie Rivera on February 17th when he takes on Aljamain Sterling in Phoenix, Arizona in the featured prelim UFC on ESPN 1. Jimmie, thank you so much for your time and best of luck.
No problem. Anytime. Have a good one.